Boys, buckle in. I just this is post edit by you. Um, this is a 25-minute video. Obviously, you see that now. Uh, it gets good, man. You want to see some passion behind me. You want to see some less monotone character side of me, and want to just hear more of how my brain thinks at night when I'm not sleeping all day. Watch the video. Leave some comments down below. Let's get this thing. Let's make this my 1 of 10. I would love this video to go big, just for more people to see the math behind this. Because the more that we show that we are willing to change, like as people who want to grade stuff and not send so much to PSA, the more that change will happen. So put this one on the extra monitor. This is gonna be a long one. Hope y'all enjoy it. Hello, everybody. Bayou Boogeyman here. Let's get into it. Wake up today to an email from PSA, and I was like, "Oh, great! My card should be in." No, they got like 4 more days apparently. But we did get this news, so let's check this out. Kind of in real time. Like I just woke up. I just ate. I'm trying to knock this out so we can get it uploaded today. But bulk prices have gone up on regular TCG bulk cards. $24.99 before your taxes, shipping, the extra handle care fee you pay of like 50 something bucks, and when you break that down between 20 cards, it's like another $2. So if we want to be super technical, your $24.99 is gonna be about 27, 20, 27, 25, something like that. So about, we'll say $27 to keep it on the low end. So $27 to get things graded on PSA right now, a bulk submission. And the bulk submission is up to what, 90 days right now? They didn't re-show it here, but it's whatever the current rate is. From my experience, is not even the rates that you're going to get your cards at. Like if you think you're going to get your cards before 90 business days, you're just wrong. My video, a couple weeks ago about the 20-day turnaround being a 77-day turnaround, PSA finally got to me, and essentially, like I could dumb it down so I don't leak my stuff, but essentially what they did is my cards got there, say like December, whenever it was December. They sat for about a month, like in the we've accepted it phase, but not process phase. When the process phase starts, their timer starts. So it had already been a month. It takes 5-6 days to get there. So it had been like a month and a week, and then their timer starts. But because their timer started a month and a few days later than when I sent it, I got hit with the new updated rates of, instead of being 20 days, it's 30 days. So now, since my cards have been there for a month and things weren't processed, I got penalized because their delay. And then I got hit with the 30-day fee. I mean, the 30-day timeline. So then when my cards are finally done and all that, and once they show you the grade, they stop their timer. So they want to, he was like, hey, we got it done in the 30 days that we promised. And it's like, well, I got screenshots, and you can see my account that I bought the $20 one, and y'all got me for the 30-day. And he's like, oh, well, it went into effect like 3 days before, or it went in 3 weeks before we announced it. Well, nobody knows that, like, whatever. So their justification to my cards taking 77 days on a 20-day turnaround is that the processing, it didn't, the time don't start until the processing hits. I then got hit with the extra 10-day update that they pushed through December 15th or whenever it was. And then their only explanation was, yeah, we were done grading within that 30-day time frame. But if you ever graded with PSA, when your cards are done grading, it takes about 3 days. It'll take like a week and a half for the grading process to go to the next level of like showing you your grades. And then you got like a 3-day show you your grades, sell your cards off, return them back to me. And then you got 2-day processing after that. So it's about a week after they done showed you your grades. And then it takes like a week to show you your grades after it's done grading. So their time is like on their own justification. So sorry about that rant, but that is just something that bothers me. So whenever it says this 90-day turnaround, it's not a 90-day turnaround. It's going to probably be close to 5 months is my guess. So now you're waiting 5 months for your $25 or $27 cards. So let's do some quick math before this video gets too long and everybody turns away. Let's take this Misty Side Duck here. Great card. I actually have one in PSA right now. Hopefully I get it back this year. I'm just kidding. I do have one out. So raw $50. The PSA 10. They're running almost $300 exactly, which I could show you here. It's up for 3. We got some bids up to 280. There's a 3. So, you know, there's a 330. So average out, there's a 350. That was a week ago, 8 days ago. So anyways, we'll say 300. Make things super easy here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna show y'all. There's a 50, 300, and of course I already know all these. This is saying the CGC 10 worth about 120. We can verify that. 150, 120, 10, 20, 35. I would say it's probably more closer to, I'd say like a 150. Yeah, we'll say 120. We'll just keep it 120. Or 120. And then the pristine, you probably caught a glimpse there. They are over $400. And price charting will say that they're 355. This is the last sold for 4. There's one for 3. This one somebody got a nice little deal out of. And then there's this one down here for 340. So it's saying 355. I see a 340. I seen a 3 that looks like a anomaly sell, and a 4. So you know what? Let's just stick to 350. So I just plugged in some quick things here just to show the price percentage over PSA 10 and over the pristine. The percentage of the pristine over PSA 10 if you're grading with CGC. Because my whole premise with this video is why CGC is going to be my play for the next foreseeable future. I mean, until times come back down to like 40 days, maybe, because that means really 60 days, which really means like 3 months. 3 months, fine. You know, everybody else is doing about a month. So 3 months is fine if you're dealing with this kind of percentage of, you know, change. But I'm just going to throw quick maps on the screen for you, you know, to show why I'm switching to CGC right now. I already have a big lot out that y'all seen. I got a lot of 30 plus cards right here. I'm just waiting for an Ancient Mew to come in, and then I'm shipping that off. And I'll explain my reasons, but I'm a grader. I like grading cards. I rip stuff at MSRP to grade stuff. So this may not be your thought process. This may not be a solution for you, but for somebody who wants to send out 30 to 100 cards a month, every month, this is why I'm going CGC right now. So you could buy the card. I mean, I ripped mine, so mine came out of a pack. But you know, you buy the card, $50 raw. You buy what? Let's buy $500 worth. Let's buy 10. Let's buy 10 cards, $500. Right now, ideally, you're either buying it in person. You're buying it with a bunch of pictures on eBay. Your buddy pulled it, put it straight into a sleeve. Like, you're looking for the best of the best cards. Of course, there's gonna be anomalies. Of course, there's gonna be bad grades from graders. That all that is true, and I'm not arguing that. We're doing simple hypotheticals to show my thought process of why I'm gonna be, you know, with CGC here for the foreseeable future. So we bought 10 cards, $500 worth. Ideally, we want, I don't know, a good gem rate hit is like 75%. Let's lower it. Let's lower it to 60%. Let's get 6 of these cards. Hit a 10. That's what, $3,000 in profit, not including the other. We'll say the other 4 hit 9s, and what are 9s going for? Look at that. 9s are going for about the price of the card. So you'll just break even. That's actually better for numbers. We don't have to worry about it. All right. So that's your best case scenario. Obviously, you want to shoot for 10 10s. Hopefully, you get more than 60% hit rate on 10s if you've done all the due diligences of looking at the card, making sure you know you're in for what you're doing. So, like, if you're doing it at this rate, you're probably doing it as a business. You want to make a good business decision. But let's send those. Oh, also, we can also do the 10 times. So 10 times, what did I say? There was like $27 a card. Let's do that. Cost you about $300 to ship out to PSA. And that's without having the bulk submission. That's without. Oh, actually, you know what? We can't even do that. We have to do 20 cards. Let's just bump all these numbers times 2. We're gonna spend $1,000. We're gonna hit 12. We're still gonna keep it at that 60% rate. This will be what, 6 grand it'll cost you. I mean, you would make back the other 8. All I'm doing is doubling all these numbers. Sorry guys, I love math. This is easy. All right, we doubled up all those. That means we're also going to double up 20 cards times $27. This is your bulk submission lot. You have to do 20 cards. It costs you $27 a pop. Paying you, I mean, you're gonna pay 540 bucks to send out those 20 cards, hoping to hit 10 of them for 10s to make $6,000, and the other 8 that you didn't hit 10s break even. That is best case scenario. Obviously, you can hit more. Obviously, you can hit less. We're gonna keep it here. All right, now we're gonna take CGC. We're gonna send out those same 20 cards. We're going to pay the same amount for the cards, $50 raw. We bought 20 of them. It costs us $1,000. Now, what we want to hit here, 20 cards. I mean, I watched a guy open 300 cards yesterday from CGC. He had a complete even stack of 300 cards, pristine 10s, 9s. He had about 28s and like 4 7s. So the guy ended up getting, I would say, probably close to what, 100. So maybe like 80, 85 cards of pristine. So he was hitting a 33% gem rate on pristines, 10s, and 9s with the few scragglers down below. So say like 30%. So let's just do round numbers for that. 30% of this would be 6 cards. 6 cards hit the pristine. Let's give him, so the other one was like 30 as well. Let's bump him. He had a good eye for the card. So let's go. No, let's just do it across the boards. He hit 12 10s as well. 12 10, and then his other 8 hit 9s. Now, the CGC 9 isn't the greatest. It's probably about, if that's 50 bucks, then this one's probably 40 bucks. So we'll say they'll hit 9s that are worth $40. Here we go. So that's if they hit 9s. All right, let's go simple math. I mean, a simple string here. We're gonna go D4 times D7. Oh, we have to take the card out of here. These are cards. Cards here. Boom, 1400. Same thing. We'll take cards out of this. We'll give this the same formula, and then what we could do is add these two together. Okay, let's see. We're gonna zoom in a little bit. All right, what you're looking at here is, you know, if you bought 20 cards of this Misty Side Duck at $50, and actually this is an exaggerated form. Like usually, if a PSA 10 is 300 bucks, the PSA 9 is like 100, 120. So for this one to even be at that $50 tier that we were talking about, right here, this $50 tier, this is never this low. If the 10 is, let's see, where's it at? If the 10's this high, the 9's not this low. It's usually higher. I would say closer to the $100 range. But we're going to use the numbers we have here. I picked a random card. This is the random card with extreme differences. All right, now what we're going to highlight here is that we're going to send 50 cards. We're going to cost 100 bucks. And then this is the shipping fee. Oh, we didn't do shipping fee over here. Sorry. Let's do shipping fee. Shipping fee for me was $14.50. Yeah, it costs $14.50 because I'm on the biggest tier now at 20 cards. Costs you $290 to ship it out. PSA will cost you $540. So working at $14.50 a card from the $27 is the difference here. Let's put it red so we know. All right, these were our numbers. These will be greens. Is that too bright? That's fine. Greens and greens. Okay, this is all you really got to know now. Like if you skip to just see the details, here's your recap here. We're paying $50 a card, buying 20 cards. It's gonna cost us $1,000. If we send them to PSA at $27 a card, that's the $2 extra for insurance, shipping, and all that. So roughly $27 a card. We're gonna pay about 540 bucks. So we'll be down what, 1540 in the lot. We want to hit all 10s as our goal. We bought only the best of the best cards. We did all our research. We did everything we could. We want to hit 10 cards. That's 60%. Gem rate hit. People strive for 75, 80. You're new. You're shooting for the moon here. We got 12 of them. We made $6,000 off those 12 cards in 5 months. We're gonna say 5 months. Could be a little longer. Could be a little shorter. Who knows? 5 months. You made $6,000. And if you subtract the 1,500, you made what, 4,500 bucks? You made 4,500 bucks on these cards. All the other ones hit nines, you break even. They hit eights, you lose probably 20 bucks. It's a wash. So, I mean, you made what, $4,500 on 20 cards you bought? That is great. That's great money for 5 months. Not bad. I'm gonna show you where my thought process goes with the CGC. I did the exact same thing here. I bought the same 50 cards. I put them in the same, submission type situation. I'm paying $14.50 a card. So it's gonna cost me about $290 for the same 20 cards. I'm gonna hit some 10s. I'm gonna hit less pristines. If my hit rates are the same as PSA, I'm gonna make about 3,500 bucks. Anything else in nines or eights, so all right, here's another big one that we're not even gonna calculate because the littler numbers. But if you hit a 9, it may sell for, we'll say 50 bucks, maybe 35 bucks. But remember, you only paid $14 a card, so you're gonna make $15 off of your nines. You'll probably break even on your eights. So if you got an 8, you're definitely not looking at your cards correctly. But yeah, so not even counting your nines in this situation, you actually make probably 15 bucks because the grading cost is so low. And then this one you break even because the grading cost is so high, and PSA nines aren't sought after as much as they were even 5 years ago. But anyways, so we made 3,500 bucks here. We made 4,500 bucks here. Green for y'all. Yeah, so not bad. Like, you made $1,000 more going PSA. Here's your kicker. In 5 months. That was wrong. In 5 months. You made that in 5 months. This, you make it in, it's a 20 business day. 20 business days. We'll say about 30 days. Say about 30 days estimated. Seems fair, right? You got a couple weekends. Maybe there's a random holiday. That's 10 days. That's 50% of the time. We'll say 30. That's exactly 1 month. So 1 month. Now, what the way my brain works for this situation is I put this in, I sit back and I wait, and I click on once a week PSA, and I go to my submissions and I look at all my submissions and I'm moving. I'm just waiting. Here, I click on in a week, I see it move to dot. I click on it in a week, it's in the grading phase, which where mine are now. Click on it again in a week. Who knows where it goes? I haven't got that far yet. That's not the point. Point is in 1 month I can make 3,500 bucks. Ideally, again, things fluctuate. Don't come at me in the comments. Actually, come at me in the comments. Help the algorithm, please. 3,500 bucks in a month. Your kicker is if you did this 5 times. Your kicker is here. If you did this 5 times and you did, we'll just use the same card because obviously that's what we're doing here. So there. If you did the exact same card setup 5 times to CGC, and the average possible scenario happens is you make your 4,500 bucks at PSA, or you can flip it 5 times. Just 5 times. 5 times in the same time frame that you would do this, and you could make $17,000, almost $18,000. So you go from 4,500 to 18,000 in the same time frame with the same cards, doing the same metrics, using the same averages. I'm lowballing averages because I don't want anybody saying, well, you're saying you hit 80% gym rates. I don't care. That's not what this conversation about. This conversation is about 5 months to 1 month. And yes, you're going to take a loss by having a PSA. It might sit on your shelf for an extra week, but I promise you, if it's the lowest thing on eBay, it will sell. That simple. If you do $17,000 a month, I mean, we'll pull a quick calculator up here. And you did, we'll round it up, 18,000. Do that every single month. You make $200,000 a year. I mean, not make, but that's what your sales would be, minus your what, 1,000 a month times 12,000. See the numbers I'm getting here. If you did this every single month at the same rate, and you paid $1,000 for your set of cards, and you did it every month, that's $12,000. Actually, 12,000. To make $200,000 a year by buying all the Misty Side Ducks in the world that are perfect and flipping them, theoretically, of course. But there's plenty of cars that do this. There's plenty of cars you buy at $20 that go for 150. There's plenty of cars that you buy at $2 that go for 100. There's plenty of cars you could buy for 50 and get them graded for $14 and they go for $40 and you're still making $20. There's a lot of, I mean, that's a 40x on a dollar card. You know what I'm saying? So you could take this scale, and this is only a 6x scale, but you could scale this, I mean, tremendously from 5 to 100. That's a 20x. Like when the bigger numbers are up here, the margins are actually smaller. Even though the numbers are bigger and prettier, the margins are smaller. But you get a $5 card and you flip it into a 10 and it's worth $100. It's 20 extra money. Just putting that out there. But yeah, so this is my thought process on the whole PSA situation, man. It's frustrating and infuriating because I started this channel as literally like, boom, here's my PSA submissions. And then it was like, from the day I did a PSA submission video, it was like negative, 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 negative. And not for me, I'm talking about just in the general sense of like longer turnaround times, bump the price up, more long turnaround times, bump the price up. And it's like, okay. And then I find out about CGC and I start digging into it. And I'm like, the numbers are a little lower. But I mean, this right here is what the no-brainer is to me. The no-brainer is if I do the same amount of volume in 5 months, or sorry, if I do the same scenario every month for 5 months that I just sit the other cards out and just waiting, I am building more business. I am building more customers. I am building more trust. I am getting more content made. I am getting more rep in eBay. I'm getting more site drive to my site. Also, speaking of the site will be up probably Tuesday, fully ready to go because I do have cards coming in. So I want my site fully ready to be able to sell the PSA slots for 2 weeks. So check out the site if you want, but it will be up soon to give better prices than I can on eBay to help everybody out. Everybody's gonna win. Everybody's gonna eat a little bit. But anyways, that was it, guys. If y'all stayed for this, then y'all are some true spreadsheet guys like me. And actually just curious about the hobby or the business side of things. I did this for the business people. I just want you to see that instead of putting your money somewhere and waiting and hoping, you can have a lot more say. Because even if one of these submissions went really bad and you got a lot of 10s and maybe 2 pristines, and you know you lost like $500 out of this number, you're still up 3K. Maybe you got half 10s, half 9s, and 1 pristine, you're probably down to 2K. But if you do this 5 times in the same amount of time that you're waiting here, you are obviously going to be higher than 45. Like you just, I mean, higher than that number. Something to think on. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. A little ranty, but I enjoyed it. These are videos I enjoy. I put on my extra monitor while I'm working, and I just listen. I listen to people teach me. Until next time, guys, I have some Japanese boxes coming in. I got PSA cards coming in. Everything will be in by this weekend. Next week will be a flood of content, opening and speaking and talking about business. And I have a character reveal, insight, and a podcast news we'll talk about later. Until next time, guys, the swamp is growing. Don't get lost out there.